Hello, YouTube family. It's a rare, very, I don't know, the way you look at it, late or early edition of the Curls and the Scoop. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. We give a hug, and we're going to need this hug with the stories that we're going to talk about. I hope you had a chance to check out the weekend edition with the new graphics and everything all fancy. We love it when you join us. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's like cute not knowing, and now we're going to know who's going into the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It won't be Mariah Carey. When they list the names, I was like, what y'all do? Forget Mariah? Mariah Carey was up, but she didn't get in. Her fans, they call themselves the Lambs. I know they can't breathe at this moment because she's not in. Who's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is going to air November the 8th on Disney+. You've got legendary producer and songwriter Tom Bell. When you think of Gamble and Huff and Bell, the Mighty Three, Tom Bell wrote so many great songs for the Stylistics with Linda Creed, the many songs with Gamble and Huff. He is getting honored in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for music excellence. Chubby Checker is going in, a song that was originally done by Hank Ballard, late 50s. It was long seen as a novelty record, so Chubby Checker couldn't get in, and it's kind of like that rebirth of rock and roll. And Chubby Checker never got in, and he's still living, everybody. He's being inducted. Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, time after time, and many other great songs. She's getting inducted. Outkast, I Like the Way You Move. When you think of this duo from Atlanta, their contributions to hip-hop, Outkast makes up that group. Salt-N-Pepa is getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for musical influence. They certainly influenced me because in the 80s, I wanted to be in that group so bad. Can I rap? No. I wanted to be up there with Salt-N-Pepa, and Spinderella. I remember it was in the summertime, so I tried to use the heat as an excuse, but I cut one side of the hair all off. And when I got home, my father was like, what have you done? What have you done to your hair? He said, we have the nose nor the forehead for that style. Now, he wasn't brutally honest in a mean way, but y'all know how it is. Sometimes you got to be honest with kids, and he was honest with me, and I realized that, yeah, that style wasn't for me. Congratulations, Salt-N-Pepa. Congratulations to singer Joe Cocker. The rock group Soundgarden and the White Stripes also included. You've got those that are included, but the snubs. No Mariah Carey. No Billy Idol. Remember in the 80s? White Wedding. The group Oasis. The Gallagher brothers. They're going on this big tour, even though they don't like each other. I just knew they were getting in. And the Black Crowes not getting in. And I'm going to tell you something about Mariah Carey. She's been nominated 2 or 3 times. So for her to not be included is like, whew. I will tell you this. You need to have a champion. You need to have somebody who roots for you to get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Look, last year they had Kool and the Gang. Well, they had a lot of influential people, namely a Nile Rodgers, Chic fame. They came to the defense and said, Kool and the Gang, real musicians, they need to be in the Rock Hall of Fame. Now, a lot of people are saying it ain't the Rock Hall of Fame no more, all these rap groups and R&B groups, and maybe it should have been called the Music Hall of Fame, but it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's one of the highest honors that you can get in the music business, and everybody can't get in. I'm waiting for New Edition to get in. Who else ain't in? Patti LaBelle, she's not in. It's a lot. Sade, No Luther Vandross. There's so many groups or artists that are so deserving to get this high honor, and hopefully one day. But you need someone, you need an advocate in that voting room, and somebody is deliberately leaving Mariah Carey out. Bishop T.D. Jakes, he made a big announcement today that he is stepping down from the Potter's House. Bishop T.D. Jakes is 67, and he suffered a massive heart attack late last year. I'm sure that heart attack really shook him up, but also any scandal that could be coming to the church. He is stepping down. He is turning the reins over to his daughter and his son-in-law. I don't know about you. I'm afraid of this Diddy trial. The jury selection starts next Monday. I just think we're going to hear things that maybe we don't want to hear. I know it's things that I don't want to hear. And it's not like I could do this. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this, because you're going to hear it anyway. And I think a lot of stuff, the people that were on those damn tapes, I think we're going to find out some shocking names that were on those tapes. Diddy taped everything. He is the type, he ain't going down by himself. He's going to take a whole bunch of people with him. And it's a shame. I'm nervous. This trial. Oh, Lord. I think we all need to brace ourselves. Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, #1 again. I'm going to see it this week, and I'm hearing, Patty, sit into the end. Do not get up. Don't be rushing up. I gotta go to the bathroom. No. And only about 25 minutes is gory, but the rest, they say, is a lesson. And you're going to learn a lot. I know some people have gone to see it twice. That's how powerful the message is. Coming in, $45 million over the weekend. It only cost $90 million to make. So far, it is already making its money back, including the marketing, the making of the film. I have no idea why people are so obsessed with how much money this movie has made. It's going to continue to make when you got movies like The Accountant with Ben Affleck. It just came out. I think it was the #3 movie. Cost a whole lot more money. And y'all worrying about what Sinners is going to make? I like the fact that Tom Cruise, who has Mission Impossible 8, The Final Reckoning, coming out supporting of this movie, Sinners. And one reason why. Movie theater going is not dead. I know it is so easy to curl up at home and watch a movie on streaming services, but you know what? There's nothing like going to the movies to see a movie. And I know it's about a month ago that I talked about this. I said, you know what? Going to the theater was such a thing. You know, getting your popcorn and your snacks and seeing it in the theater. And they're saying that Sinners is the type of movie that you want to see in a theater, preferably an IMAX theater, because of the way it was shot. There is a move to get people back into the theaters. I know people say, oh, I want to go back. I'm not going back. But there's nothing like the movie going experience. So for Tom Cruise to come out and say, see this movie and see this movie in theaters, because he has movies coming out where the best experience is in a movie theater. You're going to see a lot about this campaign. I've got like a little list here. Shannon Sharp. He is stepping down from his role at ESPN. If this isn't a mighty lesson on how arrogance can tear you down. To say things like, I want to date a woman in my wage range. That damn woman wasn't in your... She's going to be. She get that $50 million. But you've jeopardized everything. I don't see him coming back to ESPN, because if more women come forward, more salacious stories, more things come out that I don't think any of us are really ready to hear. I don't care if you say, but she wanted me to put that dog collar on her. I don't think he's coming back. He stepped down, said he'll be back in time for the season. But this is the weekend you want to be on when you talk about the NFL, and we're switching to that real soon. But Will they bring him back to Club Shay Shay? How you going to sit there and interview people and get in their business when they're going to turn it around and give it back to you? He was warned by Cat Williams. He was warned by Monique. And he didn't want to listen because that's when arrogance gets in the way and that ego takes over. He's lost. Like, people looking at him with the side eye like, you ain't learned from history? No, apparently he did not learn from history. I will be surprised if he comes back. Let's talk the NFL. Let's talk the NFL draft. And I don't know about you, but it left a little taste in my mouth. The treatment of Shedeur Sanders, the son of Deion Sanders. He's too cocky. He's arrogant. He's this, he's that. His dad was all of that torture of watching him go down, 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 down in the drafts directed towards his father. Why are other NFL dads allowed to promote their kids and instill in them a confidence? But from a Deion Sanders, who's a legend, you may not like the jewelry, the bravado, but he produced, whether he's on the baseball field or on the football field. Shedeur Sanders getting drafted 5th. What it does when you keep going down in the draft, it kind of like knocks down your money. Like if you're drafted in the first round, you can make around $40 million. Drafted number 5 in the 5th round, maybe $4 million. So it drops the stock in your money. He was drafted by the Cleveland Browns. They got 5 damn quarterbacks. Somebody ain't lasting. Somebody ain't lasting. That's going to be interesting how that and where Shedeur will rank. Are they afraid of the influence of a Deion Sanders? You know, by picking his son, his other son picked for Tampa Bay. He went undrafted. What left a bad taste in my mouth, and I really want to know what you guys think as well. It was embarrassing. It was like, are y'all trying to teach him a lesson? Who are you trying to teach a lesson to, Deion or the son? What kind of message are you sending that you just don't want to deal with this young man? I know one guy from the Giants was like, well, he didn't do well in the interview session and, you know, had a problem with that. It's amazing how some people, because there is such a thing as healthy arrogance. Now, I know an arrogant person can get on your nerves, you're like, ugh. But there is such a thing as a healthy arrogance, a healthy confidence, and this is something that I talked to producer, director Will Packer, his book, The Art of Healthy Arrogance. I believe in our children. We must instill in them the confidence that they can do. They have to be armed for the world to be able to believe in themselves because there's enough people to tear you down. An interesting conversation, I think, that's going to go on for a while. But what do y'all think? Cleveland Browns got 5 quarterbacks. Everybody ain't going to make it. You got DeAndre Watson. You got Flacco. It's too many quarterbacks. Something's got to give, and it's going to be very interesting. But for me, it just left this taste in my mouth that, I don't know, that I didn't like. It was like we're watching Colin Kaepernick all over again. Y'all want to break a young man's spirit and confidence, and it's like, this, we're going to show you. We're going to show you. It's going to be an interesting NFL season. That's all I'm going to say. My beloved Eagles are headed to the White House on Monday. In life, you got to play checkers and not chess. I know that them headlines going to be, so we'll be talking about that tomorrow. What comes with the price of being a Super Bowl champion. But I threw a lot of stuff out there. Do you agree with Bishop Jakes stepping down? Shannon Sharp, do you think he's learned his lesson? Do you think he'll be back at ESPN? In the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I just knew Mariah Carey was getting in. I sat there and said, oh, wait a minute, did they make a mistake? Where's Mariah's name? Leave your thoughts. That notification bell is going to let you know when we're here, even when we do a surprise late Sunday night or early Monday morning. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave your comments because Auntie is ready to read all of the comments and hear what you think. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. I love a good conversation. That's what I love. Auntie loves a good conversation. I know there's some people who may be new to this format. We have conversation here, and every opinion is welcome. I'm Patty Jackson. Thanks for joining me. I am your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know.